you doing, YouTube? Today's Thursday. You know, in the industry, you know, your Wednesdays will be the beginning hump day. Then you got Thursday, you know, be a little bit better. You know, more crowds will be out. You know, I'm just gonna stay focused on Thursday. Yeah. You know, when I be explaining to you guys about, you know what I'm saying, how to make paper and like how to like grind, you know what I'm saying, I say it because Thursdays is usually, you know, if you're doing good business is when you get paid. Right now, this is 10 grand worth of, you know, money made from the past 2 months. Oh, you know what I'm saying? I don't want to show you account numbers or nothing after learning what happened to Lil Boosie. So, you know, I'm not, you know, anybody who clearly not like this video, you know, I don't really have, you know, much to say to them, you know, because the stuff that I talk to you about is, you know, stuff that was taught to me. You know, it was taught to me. And I learned a lot of it from trial and error, you know, because, you know, I immersed myself to hustle to get paid. You know what I'm saying? You should be in this industry to make money, number one. I mean, yeah, money isn't everything, but it should be, you know, up there with one of the top reasons why you, you know, would work in the entertainment business, you know. And $10,000 is a good paycheck to someone, you know, especially if you're, you know, trying to support your lifestyle by doing entertainment alone. Okay? So, yeah, we're still talking about a lot of personal stuff, and you know, we're talking about your people you interact with, your friends. You know, I had a meeting today, you know, at the studio, and a good friend of mine brought a friend with him, and he was sitting there on the phone. You know, be careful. You know, when you work with other people, it's probably not a good idea to bring your friends with you. And if you do, have them sit outside. You know what I mean? So be really careful, because, you know, and don't create problems for people, you know, for no reason. You know, the more people you start involving into a situation, the more stress, the more worries, the more paranoia. It just makes me tired just to even think about it. So be careful who you hang around, and for sure don't take them to your business meetings. You know, I'm gonna instill a rule at my offices about people bringing friends with them: automatic termination. So yeah, today's Thursday, and you know, today's a money day, and you know, and like I've explained to you in previous, you know, videos about how to lock down a club, how to put together a successful, productive event, and you know the steps and processes that I've shown you. You gotta make sure that you do them correct. You know, some people want to do side jobs and do entertainment on the side. No. You know, I'm sure there's people out there successful, you know, that do work every morning and have money to play around in the industry. But at the end of the day, you know, you're going to have to be multifaceted, you know, and you're going to have to understand the reality of the entertainment business and how important it is. So, you know, this is my way of saying, you know, to you specialists, to you people who want to work in the entertainment business, you know, how to do this properly, you know. And don't forget what I told you. A lot of problems you have, you know, mentally or psychologically, you know, you might just be doing you, and you could easily offend someone. So you gotta be careful with those things. Okay? You know, I don't have any examples right off top of things to do like that, but you know what I'm saying, you're gonna have to understand the whole entertainment business for it to work for you. You know, because you know, some of my good friends, you know, we started out in the same place, and you know, after having children, I mean, having children is good, but after having children, taking breaks, you know, being occupied with other things, you know, partying, you know, and they find themselves, you know, years later, you know, that they don't really have nothing to show for the entertainment business, you know, that we've been working in. And you know, and from these videos, I shaved probably about 10 to 15 years of your hustle life, you know, when you're the strongest, when you're more resilient, you know. I mean, because basically I started out like, you know, it was my choice, you know, turning loose ties, going alone. You know, I went to Los Angeles and, you know, pretty much was, you know, sofa surfing, you know, and there have been times that I, you know, wasn't sofa surfing, and I had to spend time in clubs, and then I got a tour, so I was surfing for half a year, and the other half a year I was sleeping in a beach house, you know, and that's just how I gradually moved up, you know, and, you know, like things that, like the little money I made, I tried to make big impacts, you know, either by buying equipment, you know, because some jobs you might make between $40 to $100 to $250 per job, you know, once every 2 weeks sometimes, you know, but food was always on the film sets, so I was always having something to eat, you know. So yeah, so just understand what I'm telling you, and it would really be beneficial if you shot back to the other videos, you know, because, you know, the more experience I get, the more less that I like to, you know, keep explaining myself to people, because people are like, you know, I'm not in the job of training and instructing. I'm in the job of, you know, inflicting damage to people, you know. Like, so, like, you know, yeah, that's pretty much. And somebody like myself, you know, trying to explain yourself to people, trying to help them out, you know, it leads to fighting, and, you know, it gets a little bit too confusing. And I kind of don't want to, like, you know, the stress that I may not care about, I don't want to add on to that, you know, with conflict between I and another person. So you gotta understand, like, seriously, like, this entertainment business is pretty cool, but you gotta know how to do it, okay? And the way, and I did my best to explain it to you. So, you know, so you specialists who are, you know, I'm getting views on the videos, but those out there who are watching those videos, you know, just because I'm explaining to you and I'm helping you, that doesn't, I'm not trying to be a target to you. I'm just helping, you know. So I'm just spreading the knowledge, and, you know, get your company name, you know, put your good company name together, you know, take yourself serious, take your job serious, not too serious to where you're a jerk, but, you know, I was on the phone, a girl hit me up, it was like, hey, I heard you need an executive assistant, and I was like, yeah, just send me a picture of yourself. And she just, no, I'm not gonna send a picture because that didn't have nothing in it. And I was like, you know, she showed up in asking for work, and then has an attitude, you know. We're in the game of the entertainment, so in entertainment, you have to be aesthetically pleasing to one's senses. You have to, you know, I just wanted to see what she looked like. I really don't like looking at girls' pictures before I work with them. I just like, you're gonna be executive assistant? All right, come in such and such. And they get there, like, damn, that girl fine. You know what I'm saying? I always like to keep that level of surprise, you know, because I don't prey on women. I don't prey on women. I don't prey on the weak. You know, I'm just a solid, sincere guy, you know, that's an entrepreneur. And as an entrepreneur, you know, you have to be a certain way to take care of business, you know. So be prepared to be misread. Be prepared to be misjudged. You know, people will, you know, love them anyway. So yeah, today's Thursday, and you know, the club stuff that I told you about. I know Wednesday night I filmed here, and Thursday night I filmed here. You know, the Thursday is more of a money night, and you know, the clubs. You know, I like to go to clubs way early. You know, if I go out to club, I go club early, and I don't like showing up in the crowds. You know, because I like to work a little bit behind the scenes, but I will, you know, when I'm rapping or performing, you know, I go in and try not to talk to nobody, get on stage and snap and leave. You know, people say, stay and talk to your fans, you know, but I like to rap and leave, you know. So, yeah, just be careful with your friends, you know, who you're hanging around. And I mean, I'm explaining it to you like this, but you know, like some people say, this game goes left field sometimes, and you always gotta be prepared, you know, for the worst possible outcome. So like, be like super careful while you're out here in this business, okay? So today's video is gonna be short, as you know, I was just. Usually when you do your job right, you'll receive this in cash, okay? But like I said, you know, one for 315, 1,350, 3,614.87, 1,095, 1,095.80, 5,838, 39. You know, these when you do your business right, you will get these, and you know, and then I have to take this and flip it into more money. So that's going to take another turn, you know. And I'm gonna try my best to film that, you know, for the part of the next show. Okay. So like, be like super careful, okay. And you know, you always want to protect your credit, and you know what I'm saying. So like, if you're young and you really don't have no credit or nothing, you know, like, be really careful, mind you, because you know, doing business, you will need these. You will need credit cards. Okay, I'm not gonna show you the front, might be numbered if somebody steals. And this alone is, you know, 1,000, 4,000. 5,000, 10,000, 10,000. This is $16,000 in credit cards. Okay, and they're all zero balance. So, you know, so if I wanted to make a power move, I could $26,000 right here alone. 26 grand. Okay, and I don't want to be playing with money and people walking around, oh, you gotta play with all that money. It'd be like, I'm sure Mayweather has a lot more than me, and I'm sure that there are rappers out there that has a lot more than me. But I'm just showing you guys how to build your businesses, you know, from a street level with nothing. You know what I mean? Even I don't have the camera that I started out with. I don't have the camera because it was like a small digital camera, you know, probably about 80 to 100 buck camera, you know, and then I graduated to this one, and you know, I've used it so much that the zoom, it don't zoom out and zoom in no more, you know. So, you know, I started out like with zero. And and I showed you how to do clubs, and I've showed you how to psychologically be mentally right for your atmosphere, to interact with other people, to get business put together. you know you know you don't want to be a prick. I mean, you might have to be a prick, but at the end of the day, you gotta have your business like free form like water. You get that club, you get that door, I mean, it was very, very, very hard, like, my ex-wife, wanting to be in the entertainment business and having a wife, and, ultimately getting divorced, not making no money, but I stuck with my vision. I don't know where I'd be now if I was like still married, but I wanted to do television, I wanted to do media, I wanted to do music, I wanted to travel, I wanted to rap, and I did it. So, yeah, Thursdays usually a money day. So everybody else is at the club, and I'm just counting paper, doing shows, tour. I tour within 3 months, actually 51 cities. So, alone by myself, and once I get a little bit more established, because I've probably grossed over, I would say personally, 10 mil in the industry wise. I probably grossed over $10 million, which was none of mine. And you can't be jealous, you can't be hateful, you can't be sour, because who knows, maybe knowledge is more valuable than money. So, you're going to run into people that's going to be saying you don't know what you're talking about. I don't want to hear it. I tried that already. But at the end of the day, you got to put together a good business plan. And you got to believe in your business plan. And I'm saying it soft, but you got to believe in your business plan. Because you can work your business plan, you can perform in your business plan, but when you promote your personal brand for you, in which you eat, there's nobody you can help. You can't help nobody. You cannot help nobody out your problems. I mean, you could try, but the way America's capitalistic system is made is you help me make my money for my idea. I give you a small piece and you gotta go. And don't think about being jealous. Don't think about trying to steal. Don't think about trying to be hateful. You see what I'm saying? So you have to focus on your own personal brand, and you gotta believe it. So, so just, we'll go further and further. But for tonight, I'll cut it short. And, Thursday's your money night. And actually, every night's a money night, because I'm used to doing like clubs 7 days a week. Sunday night party.